you make a lot of points about the faults of the NCAA, and I do have some things that the NCAA gets wrong, chiefly among those that the players cannot make money, themselves off their own likeness, off their own initiatives. They can't start a business themselves per se and make money from it. I can start a magazine company and I can write previews of SEC football next year and I can get paid for that. I can start a website and I can get paid for that. But if Jake Fromm or Justin Fields, if they want to start a magazine talking about their time in college and what they see out on the field, and they're gonna charge people, the NCAA gonna have problems with that. So I think that's hypocritical uh, when you have the games on TV and you got people paying to see the games and people buying the jerseys, and you have contracts with Turner Sports and you have contracts with CBS and you have contracts with ESPN. I think that's hypocritical that everybody can make money, but the players themselves can't start something to make money themselves. And that's I know a couple states have gotten laws to change that within their state, but the NCAA has stated their position on that issue time and time again. And like I said, I don't agree with that. It's done for competitive balance, which in the grand scheme of things, you have to really look at it. You got the Power Five conferences. Basically, that's who rule the roost in football, and you really only got about half of them maybe that have a chance of winning a national title. So those 25, 30 teams, however many you have there, they really just need to break away and start their own thing where may want to call it the Wild Wild West, that things are legal. You can pay players, Alabama, Georgia, USC, Clemson, what have you, Kentucky. When you look at basketball, I think for things to be quote unquote fair, you might have to get to that point because the NCAA, they're juggling so many rules and trying to make it an equal playing field for every team out there. But it's not going to be an equal playing field with Utah State and Alabama and Louisiana Lafayette and Ohio State. That'll never be an equal playing field in this universe as far as competing in big time athletics when you're talking about football and basketball. So having those rules apply to all these schools, I think that's one thing that the NCAA has wrong, and maybe some of these ultra-rich schools need to break off on their own and do things on their own. People will argue with you that their boosters are already paying players anyway or select players anyway, so they go break off and do their own thing. And just because you're paying players doesn't mean you're going to win. Teams in pro sports have the highest payrolls and be some of the most disappointing teams all the time. So I understand the NCAA worry, but I think it almost akin to killing a housefly with a hammer. I think it's over-regulation, overkill as far as the rule book, and want to make sure the playing field is balanced and it's a competitive playing field. But we already know from the jump that's not the case based off the money of the television contracts with some conferences versus other conferences and the money those schools have to spend on their equipment, on their facilities. It's not an equal playing field. So when you look strictly at the NCAA, the better that or the quicker that can be rectified, I think it make the college experience much different for the athlete.